Howdy partner. This week's episode is Showdown with Rance McGrew, who's of course a make-believe Western star and who stumbles into the Twilight Zone and gets an attitude adjustment from no other than Jesse James. This is a really cool episode. It's shot on one of these Western backlot sets that they made up. They had loads of these because there were lots of Western shows. I'm wondering about the actual logistics of shooting it since there are too few cameras. Also, wouldn't they shoot the car through the door all the time whenever it opens? Whenever they shoot like Jesse coming in, right? Wouldn't that show the car outside? Speaking of car, there is actually a car in the background over on the hill over there while they're preparing for their duel. Now, we already had a Western episode just not too long ago called The Grave. And in The Grave, we see a Western star, a real Western star, actually handling his gun. And you can see how well he does that, as opposed to this clown who keeps throwing it into the mirror. So there's a marked difference between an actual Western star and this marshmallow, as they say. The one thing that bothers me with this episode has nothing to do with the episode itself. It is this assistant. So I know her from somewhere, but she isn't credited, so I don't know who she is. And that bothers me, but I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually, and I'll see a movie somewhere and go, there she is. Next week we're returning to childhood in Kick the Can, but before I leave this episode, on my DVD version of this episode, Rod has a commercial for Chesterfield at the end where he actually holds up the cigarettes. He does that every 10, 15 episodes or so. But at the end of it is also Arquette, I don't know, doing a commercial for Gunsmoke in Dodge City, which is so very appropriate for this very episode that they shot a back-to-back sort of Western thing. Now, I am looking forward to Kick the Can, and I hope to see you then. Take care. Bye.